Good evening guys, and thank you for joining me once again in another video. Tonight I would like to introduce you to a small mod add-on for the xBai mod as well as the default 737-800 for X-Plane 11. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I will show you how to install it at the end of this video. I am currently in Johannesburg, South Africa at Oliver Tambo International Airport, and I'm going to fly down to Durban to the King Shaka International Airport, but I obviously need to put some fuel in this aircraft, otherwise we're not going to get far. So this is what I would like to show you tonight. I have installed a new little mod that is going to assist me in loading the fuel, the passengers and the cargo. It is also going to give me the ability to search for the weather information of any airport that I so choose. If you look down at the bottom left here, you will notice there is a new tab that has not been here before. If we move over it, we can now find a refueling option, and we can also find a tablet where we can get more information and do our settings with. We can load the packs, the fuel and the cargo from this page. We can set up this little utility on this page. I've kept it fairly basic. This is something that you can customize to suit your own needs, so you can worry about the settings on your own there. But I'll leave it on the screen for a few seconds so you can pause and copy if you need. On this page we can then also find weather information by typing the ICAO of the airport that we are looking for. We are currently at FAOR, which is Oliver Tambo, like I mentioned before. Today is the 21st, and at 8 o'clock Zulu we received the following METAR. As you can see over there, it also gives you the plain English explanation if you do not know how to read the METAR, which is very nice for beginners. We can then obviously also check the destination. And once we are ready, we can go to the payload and start setting up. The author of the utility has recommended, and I agree with him, that we set up the fuel first of all. So looking at the flight plan that we got from SimBrief, we know that we need approximately 8,000 kilograms. You can set the bar over there by simply scrolling the mouse wheel to make it increase it or decrease the values. You can also click if you would like to get it to a different value that is not given while you are scrolling. This top section is where you have to set the amount of fuel that you need for your flight. The bottom section is what is already available in the aircraft. So if we set 8,050 kilograms, we are going to have to increase this. Before we are able to increase it using this button, we have to open the fuel valves. And then you click on this fuel icon over here. You will now notice that the onboard fuel is increasing steadily. One of the things that is worth mentioning is the author mentioned in the README file that you get with the utility that the weight and balance is calculated automatically, so you don't need to worry about the fuel going into the wrong place at the wrong time. It will make sure that the weight and balance is done properly. While this is happening, we can actually zoom back in onto the actual FMC, and there you can see it is increasing as well. And there you have it, the field is now loaded. The next step will be to load the passengers. I have not yet found a way to tell this utility how many passengers I would like. So I will just use the random selection that it makes. Remember, in the settings, my settings was set to possibly full, or to the full option at least, that would possibly give us a full load. So let's see what we get. We click on the passenger load icon, and that is what we get. Let's just try once more. There we go. That is almost full, apart from one row at the back over here. This is obviously done randomly. We are just going to accept it. One thing that you also need to understand is, based upon this selection, your cargo is loaded automatically. You cannot change or influence this as far as I can see. From the manual, it is suggested that you can change the passenger and cargo load by using this icon. I've not been able to figure that one out yet. We can then skip this icon, because this icon simply brings us to the picture of the aircraft, and on this icon we can now see in a written format what we have done. We can see the actual load in the compartments for the cargo, and we can also see the passenger load and the total load, etc, etc, the zero fuel weight, center of gravity, etc. Everything is here that you could possibly use further onwards. I'm sure we can close this now, and we're going to right click, and oh yes, one thing more. If we look at this very last icon, we actually get a list of all the passengers. It also gives a breakdown of male and female. So we have 183 passengers on this flight. And there you have it. A neat little utility to play with, to help you load your aircraft, and to just give you a little bit of a new dimension in your flight sim experience. Okay, so now you've seen what it can do. How do we get it into your simulator and get you using this as well? I have provided the download link in the description below. If you follow the link, you will get to this page on the .org website. All you need to do is to download the file and save it in a place where you can pick it up later. As you can see, it's only 6 megabytes, so it's reasonably small. As usual, I've downloaded the plugin to my desktop, as you can see over here. To install it, we need to obviously double click it. We will find that there are two instruction documents, one in English, one in Russian, and then we have the actual plugin. It is very important to note that this is not a normal resources plugin. This has got nothing to do with the rest of xBai. It is made specifically for the 737 default or the xBai mod 737. We therefore choose our aircraft from the xBai 11 folder, and we are going to use the xBai mod. We're going to navigate into the aircraft folder structure, and then we are simply going to drag and drop the plugins in there. And as you can see, there is already a plugins folder, so this will simply merge with the existing one. If you want to make sure that you've copied it properly, you can go into plugins and plugins in the zip file as well, and you will see the same files, the same folders are there already, and that is how easy it is. I am not sure in terms of the compatibility of this plugin and the compatibility with the ultimate mod that we are all waiting for. As far as I know, the ultimate mod will include something similar to this as well, and you might need to take this out to get the ultimate going. Only time will tell. One thing that is for certain, for sure, is that I'm going to enjoy this plugin for a while, and I hope you will enjoy it as well. Thank you for watching, and come back soon.